So we got Edris Konick. Is I'm assuming Edris Konick, a rainy day coming up. About my piano playing. It seems to be the description here. What can you tell us about the song thus far, Carl?
Right, this will be the probable instrumental that I've chosen for the week, and or for this show, I should say. And all we know, I want to pronounce. I think Edris Konick is from probably China, and I'm going to say it's from Fuxin rather than Fuxin, but it could be Fuxin is where she is. It's Fuxin. Or Fuxin. It's probably Fuxin.
Could be Fuxin.
Fuxin. Yeah. Let's hope so. And it just says she's a music composer. And that's it. But I thought this was one. If I remember rightly, this one's a rainy day, and it's got the rain sound effects, and it's a nice, short and sweet track. Very good. Hardly any. Well, 36 plays, only 5 followers. So if we can give her a little boost, that'd be great.
Absolutely, yeah. So far we've had minimal followers, minimal plays, minimal tracks this show. So well, let's keep it going. Hey, if we can give it a boost, let's first kind of like see if we like it. So check this out. This is A Rainy Day by Edris Konick from Fuxin China.
There's something a little strange going on with the sound there, because I know from remembering that track there was actually rain and storm sound effects, I think, in the background. But on the track that played through there, it was just sort of chopping into the music, oddly enough. But I know that it's there, so I couldn't hear it properly tonight, because for some reason that sound effect was kind of not playing through. I don't know why, but really? Nevertheless, very incredibly melancholic, plaintive, pretty. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm sorry, because I played the song again. I forgot that when I'm not presenting, you can't hear it. No, but the rain effect is there throughout. So
okay, that's good. That's good. So
like.
And I did enjoy that, because sometimes some songs will start, with the intro and an outro. It's a kind of obvious thing, but having it all the way through, I really like that. And but made it plaintive, melancholic. It was a pretty melodic song, thoughtful, sad. Some nice chord changes in there, really lovely and well thought out. Ideal for a rom-com, romantic film, or even one of those sort of Dame Judi Dench old folks type films. Yeah, just really nice, and I think this is again I've followed because I thought, if she can come up with something like that, then there's more to follow that will be interesting like this.
Right. Well, I mean, she looks young.
Mm.
Um, not to try to be discriminatory here or anything like that, but there's a lot of Asian people that look young. You know what I mean? So, you never know. She could be like 30 for crying out loud. Not that 30's old. My goodness. So, um,
Keep
I'm
digging, keep
yeah,
digging,
I'm starting to dig that hole, and I need to get
keep
out
digging,
right
middle-aged white man.
there. You go. No, but, listen, it's nice. It's pretty. For me, I'm not really so much like of a piano composer. It sounded like maybe a couple of notes were off. I don't know if I got the sad feeling. I got kind of like kind of like a bored feeling. You know what I mean? Before something kind of like exciting happens. You know what I mean? Like this would be a good segue into like some kind of like momentous moments, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's something. It's like somebody's hanging around and waiting for something to happen, and they're deliberating, or they're just waiting, yeah, for some momentous thing in their apartment or something, pacing the floor. I know what you mean. So that kind of bored thing. I understand what you're saying. I think the notes that you're saying were potentially off. Are the bits that I'm probably referring to as nice chord changes, because I think those are quite cool. Sort of the way she moved around the chords and the modulation there used was pretty good actually. I thought. I mean, there's some sort of more old fashioned changes that
Right.
people don't use much these days. So I like that.
Well, hey, as I say, different strokes for different folks, right? But
Yeah.
to get back onto that point is once again, like let's say, like the kind of like a prelude to this would be that something sad had happened, and now we're kind of like we're becoming a little happier. We're kind of like um, chin in the hands kind of thing, looking out the window at the rain, waiting for again a kind of like momentous thing to happen because we know that we're going to be happy again or we're getting over the sad thing, right? So I think it's a really in between thing. So
Mm.
I really don't feel that sadness portion to it. I do think that it's not super uplifting and it's not super sad, right? So we're not in a depressed state and we're not kind of like in a party state. It's just kind of like it's right there. So, I mean, it's a nice piece of composed music. Obviously, there's a lot of talent there because, I mean, so here, I dare you. If you think I'm wrong, get your keyboard and play something better and send it to us. It's like shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all those people that are being judgy about me digging my own hole there for a second, no, but that's just what I'm picking up from it. I think with some work, this is one track that has been posted twice. Um, I think with work coming into it, then this is gonna sound nice. And I especially like the fact that they have the annotation that they do classical and hip hop because if we had a nice hip hop beat going on with the music that was just going on there, that could be very interesting as well.
Yeah, a lot of those instrumental tracks lend themselves well to that. In fact, the one where we played a few weeks back, I think it was Pigiamo, which was the friendship one.
Yes.
That
Yes.
one actually did have a version with the beat as well, a bit lower down. I chose the one with just the piano because I thought it was really nice, but and it still works with the beat as well. So often is the case that you can get this sort of add a nice electronic beat or something, and you got something very very much like William Orbit or whatever have you. It's good.
Yeah. 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 So you've been doing pretty good, Carl. This is like the second episode in a row where we haven't really all too much been comparing music to artists that already exist. We're listening to a lot of original stuff, so you've been doing very well here with the choices. So,
These
prop,
guys, they're the ones doing well.
hey, well, props out to you for actually listening to it. So, but yes, absolutely, 100% props out to the musicians that are actually composing this music, because if you don't know by now, you can find these musicians in the video description below. YouTube is by all means our main format, but please do remember that if you have music that you would like to submit to this channel, head on to pulsemediamag.com, follow that music submission button. It is free. And then just follow the instructions, get your music out to me, and we will either put you onto this show or the DJXX ones and twos, or if you have a music video, maybe we'll do a music video gaga on you. But just be sure to have a kind of like weird eclectic or like really hot video that we actually kind of like that melts our brains, I guess, so to speak here. So hi.